Hello, sophomores. I hope you guys had a really good break. We are back today, back in school. I am still in Peru with my family. I will be back on the 5th of January, which is Thursday, and I'll see you guys on Friday in class. Well, let's start here. We have some work I want you to take a look at. Number one is your Silk Roads notes, which should be completely done, all the optics and everything. If it's not done, you got some homework to get done because this needs to be turned in. Now, I'm not going to have you turn it in right now. I want you to keep this till I get back because we're actually going to use this on our final. So we're going to use this on our final, which is going to count for 5% of our grade plus a standard. So you're going to want to make sure you don't lose this. Put this somewhere safe. And also, you want this too. You're going to need both of these because we're going to use them on our final. It's going to be worth a standard and going to be worth 5% of your grade. And I'll even give you an opportunity to get above 100% on that to increase your GPA to make your grade stronger. So make sure you keep these and do not lose them. All right, if we could very quickly have everybody get a do now slip. Let's take one person per table. Go back and grab a do now slip for yourself and your person who's also sitting at the table. Do that very quickly, and you may answer this question. How powerful do you think this empire was right here? Look at that. Give 2 or 3 details. How powerful do you think this emperor was? And our substitute teacher will give you about 2 minutes to get that done. So go ahead, and you can pause the video now. All right, no compare and share today. Let's get right into it, and let's have our great teacher. You may call on 2 or 3 people to read their answers out loud. Go ahead, and then when the answers are written out loud, everyone will pass their do now slips to the left and then forward. So go ahead, call on a few students. All right, now that a few students have been called on, let's take our do now slips, pass them to the left and forward to make sure that those get passed in. Now, before we dig into our unit too far, there are 2 packets you are going to need. The first one is our reading and note packets, and you may pass these to 2 students, and they may pass them out to everybody else. As these are being passed out, what you'll notice is that we have the readings on here, and then I put a box for notes right underneath it. So you can highlight, you can write annotated notes on the side, you can write notes in the box. You can do this as we go. So the box and the reading are in the same packet. So we'll have 1 less packet. Mr. Wood may have actually saved a tree or 2 here. So take your notes here, highlight annotated notes, and put the most important details in here as a space for notes, questions, and definitions, all in the same packet. In addition, everyone will need one of these too. So let's take 2 more other students. You can give these 2 and pass them out to make sure everyone gets our topic organizer. And it's going to be about the Mongols and the Islamic caliphates. And you will be doing here is filling this in after we take notes, like we've done for the last couple of chapters, which you guys have done a wonderful job on. Go ahead and pass those out. And as that's happening, let's get into our chapter. The name of this chapter is going to be Muslims and Mongols, Trading Empires of the Post-Classical Era. Our essential question. This is our essential question. This is basically what's going to become our essay question. This essay question, however, is going to show up on your final. So you're going to have to memorize this one. So make sure we're getting this down. Our essential question is, what caused the Mongol Empire and Islamic caliphates to rise in the post-classical era? So, causation is what we're looking at. What causes this to happen? That's our big word there, causation. That's the type of paragraph you will be writing for your final exam. Our objective will be to explain how the Mongols rose to power in the post-classical era. So we're going to zoom in on the Mongols today. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, there's Genghis Khan. That guy's a badass. I wouldn't start anything with that guy. So let's talk about Genghis Khan. There he is, right there, Genghis Khan. And we're going to talk about how the Mongols rose to power in the post-classical era. All right, our agenda for today is this. We did our do now already. We're going to read and take notes on our first two sections. We can read out loud as a class, and then you can take notes on it. We're going to fill out our topic organizer. We're going to get to our first video on Genghis Khan, fill out the topic organizer again, and our homework is going to be to finish the Mongol readings, or actually the Mongol readings and stop at the Mongol Empire Genghis Khan History Channel video. So let's take a look at our first reading, shall we? So in this packet right here, here's what we're going to do. I'll explain all of this grading when I come back. Let's get right into our reading. All right, part 1, Mongol empires. And let's have our teacher, if you could read that out loud, that would be awesome. And then when you're done reading it out loud, give the students about 2-3 minutes, whatever it seems like they need, to take notes. If I had a highlighter or a pencil right now, I'd be circling key things, underlining them, highlighting as we go, and we could put down our key notes there. So if our awesome teacher could go ahead and read that paragraph, you guys can listen, and then you can take notes for 2 or 3 minutes when our substitute is done. Go ahead. Okay, now that you've had a turn to read that and take notes, let's do a quick turn and talk. Turn and talk to your neighbor. Take about 45 seconds, and here's your question. Why do you think the Mongols made such a big deal out of trade? Why were they willing to do so much to protect Pax Mongolica or to protect their trade that was going on the Silk Road? Go ahead and turn towards your neighbor, and you may talk about this for 45 seconds to a minute. Go ahead. Our teacher may press pause right now. All right, now that you've had a chance to turn, let's have our teacher may call on 2 or 3 people to say what they were talking about out loud. They may stand up and speak slowly, clearly, and loudly. Go ahead. All right, now that a couple of you have had an opportunity to talk, let's move ahead to our next part of the reading. And now let's do this. Let's have, you guys can read this on your own with a highlighter. You can underline, you can highlight, and then your space for notes is right here. Give the students about 6-7 minutes. It's about how much time you guys should need to get this done. So go ahead and read and take notes. Go for it. All right, now that you've had an opportunity to read and take notes on your own, let's do another turn and talk with your partner. In the reading, it talked about how Genghis Khan was really interested in ending tribal divides or different kinds of people being divided and wanted to build one big, large empire. Why do you think it was that Genghis Khan wanted to get rid of these tribal divisions so much? Go ahead, take 45 seconds, talk to your partner about that, and I'm going to push pause on this right now. Okay, now that you've had an opportunity to talk to your partner, let's have pick 2 or 3 people, and you can read your answers or say what you were talking about out loud. Go ahead. All right, now we got the reading done. Here is our next part. We have our topic organizer here, and you have the part on the Mongols. So now what you can do is work with that same person whom you're sitting with, and you can, right now, look at your notes and fill in the areas where you have information. Do you have any information on trade? There's actually quite a bit on that in the Silk Road. Any information on leaders like Genghis Khan, military organization, unifying people, education or technology. So let's take 3 to 4 minutes. You may take your notes, look at them with your partner, and sort them and put them into the category where they make the most sense. So 3-4 minutes, and you may start doing that now. All right, excellent. We're going to show the video next, but just in case we don't get there, let's get to what our homework is going to be tonight. Your homework is going to be tonight is to read this section right here, where it starts off with the more important method of breaking tribal loyalties was military organization. Read that whole section, highlight, underline, you can write notes on the side, put notes, questions, definitions in the box. That is your homework for tonight. All right, so here is our video right here, and our teacher will start that video. Make sure you take notes and get notes on that video, and you may begin that right now. All right, our ticket out for today is this. Our ticket out for today is Take notes that you got from that video that we were just watching, which was pretty cool. And you may again fill out your topic organizer. If there's class time at the end of this, you can just go ahead and start doing your reading and doing your homework for tomorrow. I hope you guys had a great break. It's great to have you guys back here. And I will be seeing you on Friday. So do a good job on your homework, and I'll talk to you later.